We took a trip up to Kingston yesterday, a lovely little village at the other end of Wakatupu Lake. The lake has got Glenorchy at one end and Kingston the other, and Queenstown in the middle. But it's not exactly in the middle. It's a bit of a dog's leg the way it goes. But coming up to Kingston, it's approximately about 22 miles. So with a nice little tip from Queenstown. And that building there in the red, with the red roof, you can see it's on stilts. I imagine it's on stilts to give it a higher view over the lake, to look over the properties in front. I can't think of any other reason. But a very pleasant journey, and the scenery on the way up there was absolutely gorgeous. Well, having arrived in Kingston, we drove down to the lakeside, as you'll see in a minute, and the water is just pure blue. And in the background there, you can see that is Kingston. There is nothing here yet. Well, about 50 hours, I would imagine, maybe more. I don't really know, but that's just a pure estimate. And what they also seem to have here, they have an old railway, which the steam railway, which they must have used years ago, and they're using this part here as a cafe. Wasn't open when we got there. I think it's a bit lacking in the fact that I'd have thought it would have been open to for visitors to come to have a look round and just sit by the lakeside, have a nice coffee, cup of tea, or possibly something to eat. But it didn't stop us. We had a little wander around and a look round, and we then moved a little bit further along the track and found where it must be the I forget what they call them now, where they keep the trains. Yeah, as you can see, the diesel there, and there's carriages, but there's nothing being done to them. They must have been there for years. I think this is a brilliant place for an enthusiast to come and possibly work on these things and get them running again. I think it'll be something good for the air. They advertise it as a rail, but you can see by the stock they've never been used. The rails are all rusty. They've never run on it, so I don't think they used it for years. A little look at the lake and the scenery. As you can see, its water's pure blue and its sky's great today. I'm glad we went out and done this trip because the weather is absolutely great. I had a little walk around. That chap there, you can see, I had a little chat with him. What I found is that the locals were very friendly and willing to talk about their area and tell us a little bit about it, which is what it's all about, isn't it? When you go to see these places, you get it from the horse's mouth what it's like. Found this little property. All its fencing is done from wheels, like old steam engine traction wheels, a lot of them, or cart wheels and different things. I had a look in the garden, and you can see in the garden it's got ploughs, pebbles, and they've made an effort to make it look really nice. As you can see, the hills again in the distance. It's great. This is the back garden. It ploughs again with stones, the different grasses. The old railway signal, which seems to finish it off quite nicely, actually. It's just pleasant scenery. Just a little look around the village of the different houses and the scenery. It's don't know what to say. I just find it quite amazing. Very, very quiet, very, very peaceful. Found this place. Oh, I thought we'd go in here, have a coffee and a few chips. Looking down from it, I see this polytunnel. I only get news for storage. I wish I had it on the allotments, but can't have everything. But again, just a little look around. We just sat in, ordered our coffee, sat down. This who. Don't think she wants to be on here somehow, but still, never mind. We weren't in there long, and a chap come in who was we just seen him there on the right. He was a pilot. There, by the way, is the old post office. Ah, brilliant. I don't know if it's still used, the post office. I can imagine it could be because there's hardly anybody there. We use the post box outside the cafe to post our cards home, which Sue did. We've got one from every place we've been, or we've tried to anyway. There's the plane. The chap I was talking to, and his name was George, but he does sprays. He goes all around the world with that, spraying crops, organic fertiliser. It's on the way back. This is called the Devil's Staircase. The way that the road goes around the mountain. Just nice views. Just stopped for a few on the way back and I had a look. They have lookouts everywhere where you can have a look and look at the scenery. I'm not surprised because, as I keep saying, the scenery is fantastic. You can just see for yourself just by these pictures. Well, I hope you can anyway. Let's go looking back towards Kingston. Way back there's Kingston. We're on our way back. There's the Remarkables, the mountains. I keep calling them Incredibles. They're not Incredibles, they're Remarkables. But if you saw them, you'd understand why they're called the Remarkables, because they actually are remarkable. And at certain times of the day when the sun's on them, or the evening, oh, they are definitely stunning and are remarkable.